بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. الحمد لله رب العالمين. Today we are looking at lesson number 5, Madinah book 1. Okay, so this lesson, before we start, we are in the 5th lesson, right? Of course. So this lesson is basically talking about mudaf or mudaf ilay. Mudaf or mudaf ilay. Even though there are a lot of things that we are going to learn in this lesson, it's a very nice lesson. But the main theme or the main concentration of the top of this, lesson is mudaf wa mudaf ilay. I don't know whether you have heard it before, mudaf or mudaf ilay. It's a very simple and important concept in Arabic language. So let's look at it, then we come back as we usually do. Look at a brief explanation of that concept, then we come back and read from the book here. Okay, I hope you can see here al-mudaf wal-mudaf ilay. Al-mudaf wal-mudaf ilay. Mudaf wal-mudaf ilay. This simple means al-mudaf, the possessed or owned, and then mudaf ilay means the possessor. So possessed, and then the possessor. Possessed and possessor. So that's what mudaf or mudaf ilay simple means. So as we usually do, let's take an example, then we explain, then it will become clear. Assuming in English, we have, for example, let me give you an example. If you see the teacher's book, and or you see book of the teacher, there is a particular relationship within the sentence. There is a possessor and there is a possessed, right? If you see, for example, observe this one, Hassan's book. You can see this example, Hassan's book, right? There's a relationship. There is just this phrase. There is a possessor and there is a possessed, right? Hassan's book, meaning the book belongs to Hassan. So Hassan is the owner and the book is owned or is possessed by who? By Hassan, who is the possessor. So in English, Hassan is the possessor. He is the owner of the book. So that's what we call mudaf in Arabic. The possessor or the owner is all called mudaf. Then the thing that is possessed, as I said, Hassan's book, the book is possessed by Hassan. So the thing that is possessed is, sorry, here I made a mistake here. Hassan, the possessor, is all called the mudaf ilay. The mudaf ilay is the one, is the possessor, the one who owns, so called mudaf ilay. And the thing that is possessed or owned, you see, for example, Hassan's book, the book is owned or possessed by Hassan. So that possessed or the owned thing is all called mudaf. Mudaf. So mudaf, this is a harf al-atf, conjunction, and mudaf ilay. So possessed or owned and the possessor. So the mudaf ilay is the possessor, the thing that possesses. So this concept is related to this in English. So in English, we can either use apostrophe S to signify that there is a relationship, a possessor-possessed relationship, or we use of. For example, you see, instead of writing Hassan's book, you could have written book of Hassan, and that will also be correct, and it will mean the same thing. Book of Hassan, right? Book of Hassan. It will mean that Hassan is the owner and the book is owned or is possessed, right? Okay. So that's simply what mudaf and mudaf ilay is talking about. Mudaf, the thing that is possessed, is simply called mudaf. Mudaf ilay is the possessor. So observe, Hassan's book. You can see that Hassan is the possessor with this phrase. In English, you can see Hassan's car, the teacher's, chair, the student's bicycle, the headmaster's car. All these type of phrases, there is a possession relationship. So the possessor, which is always identified in English most of the time by apostrophe S, is all called the possessor. And in Arabic, in Arabic we call it mudaf ilay. Mudaf ilay. And then the book is possessed, right? It's owned by Hassan. So we call it the possessed. And that's in Arabic what we call mudaf. Mudaf. And then it is written this way. We know that kitab, book is called kitabun, right? So kitabu, then we have here Hassan's book. So write Hassanin. So this is how it is written. Kitabu Hassanin. Hassan's book. So this apostrophe S is always, listen, is always, or most of the time, signified or identified by here. You can see Kesra on the mudaf ilay. So that is one of the things that give us a clue that it is possessor. For example, in English, listen carefully. The last time I told you that the normal form, the default form of a particular noun, or most nouns in Arabic, is Dhamma. So you can see here is having Kesra. The reason is this is a signal of that. You see the apostrophe S we put in English to show that that thing is the owner or is the possessor. It is, in Arabic, this is one of the things that signifies it. I hope that is clear. So always you see it, or most of the time you see it. It depends on the form, whether it's a plural noun or a singular noun. So most of the time you see it having kesra. So da'iman yu'rabu majrur is always going to be majrur, having kesra on the last letter. Most of the time, it depends on the form in which the noun comes. Okay, but in the default, in the normal form, it will be kesra or kesratain. Okay, so I hope that is clear. So Kitabu Hassanin, Hassan's book. Okay, so let's look at small. I hope that is clear. It's a very easy concept. So let's look at small rules, not necessarily rules, or some terms that govern this possession or possessed relationship. So as I said, the mudaf is the thing that is being possessed. So you see here, thing being possessed or owned. Most of the time now, the noun that is being possessed. And then the mudaf ilay is the possessor or the owner, right? Okay. So the first thing is mudaf always appear first in the sentence. So you can see here, this is the mudaf, the possessed, the thing that is owned. It comes first in Arabic. In English, it's not so. In English, we always see Hassan's book. We don't see book Hassan's. I hope that is clear. But in Arabic, the thing that is owned will always come first. For example, Kitabu Hassanan, Hassan's book. Sayyaratu Mudarrisin, a teacher's book. You see. Kursiyu Talibin, a student chair. So when it comes like that, the thing that is possessed will always appear first, instead of appearing second as we have it in English. Okay, so we have here, and then of course the mudaf ilay will always appear second in the sentence. So the mudaf ilay, the thing that is the possessor, the owner, will always come second. So as you can see, Kitabu Hassanin, Hassan's book. So this is the possessor. Hassan is the owner of the book, of course, but Hassan comes second. When you are writing it, in writing, Kitabu Hassanin is how it is written, or it is in Arabic. But in English, you write it in the opposite way. Okay. So observe here. The second point is the mudaf ilay is always majroor. It's always majroor. You see, the mudaf ilay is always majroor. What do we mean by majroor? Ma maana majroor? What do we mean by majroor? You can remember the last time I said when something is majroor, it means it has kasra on the last letter. It has kasra on the last letter. It depends. At this early stage, that's how we will just describe it. But if you go further, we will learn other forms in which majroor could be within a particular noun, or a particular noun could be majroor. So most of the time when it is plural, that's when it could be indicated by other means. But here, from the nouns we are just learning, it is always having kasra on the last letter. That is majroor. So mudaf ilay is always majroor. Mudaf ilay is always majroor. So you see, it's a rule in Arabic. They say da'iman yu'rabu majroor. Da'iman yu'rabu majroor. It is always going to be majroor. Why? The majroor, the sign of the kasra, having kasra on the last letter, or kasratain, it depends. Or that signifies the apostrophe x you are having here in English. In English, we have to put apostrophe s to show that the thing that's the possessor, or that's the owner of the thing. You can just see Hassan book, or teacher car. It doesn't make sense, but you see the teacher's car, apostrophe x, then you add car to show that there is a possessor, there's a relationship between the car and then the teacher. So that apostrophe x is signified in English, in Arabic, by this kasra. This is the indicator that we use in Arabic to also show that there is a relationship, a possessor-possession relationship between the two nouns. So that's the main one, being majroor. I hope that is clear. So always the possessor, the thing that's the possessor, will have kasra. I hope that is clear. So put this at your fingertip. Don't forget, mudaf ilay will always be majroor. It does take kasra, you see. It does take kasra. Always. Da'iman, always. So you have here, mudaf can take any case ending. So instead of this one, the mudaf, the possessed, it could be mansub, it could be marfu'un, it could be majrurun. It depends. It is free, it can have any, but this one will always have, or always be majrur, to signify that it is the possessor. As you can see here, apostrophe s we have in English, here will always be majrur, to also indicate that is the possessor. But here it could be fatha, it could have fatha on the last letter, kasra, or even dhamma. Depends. Okay. The third rule, mudaf ilay can take a tanween. Mudaf ilay can take a tanween. The possessor, that's the mudaf ilay, can take a tanween. Of course, you can see here it is having tanween, right? It is having tanween. Kitabu Hassan, Hassan's book, is having tanween. So as they say, it can, meaning there is a possibility. Sometimes it may or may not, right? This is very, they can makes this sentence not in two directions. It can take, meaning it may not take, right? It can, or it. When they say it can, something can, meaning it's not always, right? Okay. So what's the difference when it takes tanween or it doesn't take tanween? So let me show you here. Okay, so please observe something. I'm trying to explain something from that point. The third point here, mudaf ilay can take tanween. So please observe this sentence: a teacher's book, and then the teacher's book, right? A teacher's book, and then the teacher's book. Now, kitabu is book. Kitabu is book. As we said, it comes first. So you say kitabu mudarrisin, a teacher's book. And then this second sentence, kitabul mudarrisi, the teacher's book. Observe something. There is a difference between these two. Here you can see it have tanween. Tanween means what? Double vowel on the last letter. Like here you can see kasratain, 2 kasra. But here only 1 kasra. We talked about that nakira or ma'arifa. You can remember. So that's why here is not having alif wa lam because of the tanween. Here is having alif wa lam, so it will take only 1 vowel. So here will mean the alif wa lam means what? The, right? So the teacher's book. Kitabul mudarrisi. So if I say kitabul mudarrisi, because of the alif wa lam, I'm meaning the teacher's book, not any teacher. But the first one, the kesra, there's no alif wa lam. So kitabu mudarrisin, a teacher's book. A teacher's book, the teacher's book. So you see, so that's why they say mudaf ilay can take tanween. So here it is taking tanween. But here it is not taken. So it doesn't mean always, but sometimes. So that's why it can. There's a probability. So sometimes it takes, sometimes it doesn't take. If it takes tanween, it means the possessor. This is the possessor always. The mudaf ilay means the possessor. So the possessor is not known. The tanween, as you can remember, we said what? It is an indefinite article. It is called indefinite article. It signifies that this is not definite. We don't know modern reason, tanween. We don't know the person. So a teacher, any teacher, a teacher's book. But here, the alif wa lam is called what? Definite article. When it's attached to a noun, it means the noun is known. We know the noun we are talking about. So the teacher's book, we are talking about a particular teacher. So that is the difference between it having tanween and not taking tanween. I hope that is clear. But here, mudaf, when we are talking about mudaf, never takes tanween. It never takes tanween. The mudaf here, it will never take tanween. It will never take tanween. Why? What's the use of tanween? Indefinite article, to show that the thing we are talking about is not known. Here, a teacher's book. So assuming someone, whose book is this? Then you see the teacher's book or a teacher's book. At least we know that the book belongs to a teacher. I hope that's clear. Here, at least we know that the book belongs to the teacher. So something is always known about it. We will always know the possessor, the owner of that thing, the mudaf, the possessed thing. The possessor will be mentioned. So we always know something about it. So there is no need for it to take tanween, as the function of the tanween is to show that it is not known. And as I said, at least we know the possessor. So something is known about it. At least the possessor is known. So that's why it will never take tanween. I hope that is clear. Okay. So the fourth point, mudaf ilay can take alif wa lam. I've just explained it. It can take alif wa lam. So mudaf never takes alif wa lam. Mudaf never takes alif wa lam. Mudaf, this one, to never take alif wa lam. Never take alif wa lam. I hope that is clear. Okay. So these are a few things that we need to know about it. We need to know about it. So I hope that is clear here. So we should continue, right? Marcel. So let me add something here. You see the point number 2 in relation to the mudaf. We said this one, as for this one, is always going to be kasra, majhur, to indicate that it is the possessor, just like we have apostrophe s in English. It will also always be majhur to signify that it is the possessor. And we said, but for the mudaf, we said it can take any case, and then it could be dhamma, it could take fatha, or it could take kasra, or even tanween. No, tanween. Okay. So now this is an example we have here. I hope you can see here. We have sabilullahi. Sabilullahi, it means path of Allah. Sabilullahi, path of Allah. Now if half jar, this is half jar, fi, it comes. Fi comes. So the fi will affect what? It will affect the sabil. Definitely, we said the half jar affects the noun that comes after it. So this Mudaf wa mudaf ilay. Path of Allah or Allah's path. Sabilun means path. Sabilun means path or way. Okay. Allah, we all know what Allah means. So Sabilullah, Allah's path or path of Allah. Mudaf wa mudaf ilay. Allah, path of Allah, we all know. So Sabilu is the path, is the mudaf. Allah is the mudaf ilay. So as we said, this is the mudaf, and we said the mudaf can take any case ending. So you can see here, initially it is Sabilu with kesra, with marfu, dhamma. You see, but the fi has come, harf jar, so it will affect it. So you now see fi sabilillahi. So that's why it is flexible. We say it can take any case ending. It can take any case ending. Depends on what comes. If it, I simply mean it depends. This one is flexible. The vowel is flexible. As this one we said, it is always majrur, kesra. But here it could change. Depends on maybe a harf jar comes here. We all know what harf jar will do. For example, you can see here fi. It will turn it to half kesra. We learned this before. So like here, fi, instead of sabilullahi, it will now be fi sabili. The sabilu will now turn to sabili la. So we always say fi sabili la. We don't say fi sabilu lu. Fi sabilullah. No. So for example here, Laylatul Qadr. Laylatul Qadr, ninth of degree. Ninth of degree. So Laylatun is initial Laylatu. That's the mudaf. Al-Qadru, Al-Qadri, because mudaf ilay, you see, always that kesra. Al-Qadri is the what? Is the mudaf ilay. So fi has come, it will affect this Laylatu. So fi Laylatil Qadr. Inna anzalnahu fi Laylati al-Qadri. You can see. Okay. So that's just in relation to that point. So let's continue, right? So this example, common examples we have been seeing a lot of mudaf and mudaf ilay. So you see, Nasrullahi. Iza jaa Nasrullahi. Help of Allah. So mudaf ilay. So you can see Allah is taking kasra. Why? It is the possessor, to show that this is possession relationship between these two nouns. Allah is the mudaf ilay, the possessor of this. Nasrun means help. Nasrullahi, help of Allah. Slave of Allah, Abdullahi. So you see, we always say Abdullahi. You never hear someone saying Abdullahu, or Abdullah. Okay, it depends. But here it will always be Abdullahi. You say Abdullah or Abdullahu. No. Abdullahi, always. Kesra. Why? Mudaf or mudaf ilay. This is signaling. This, yes, the similar thing we have the apostrophe S in the English. The kesra there to show that Allah is the possessor. Rahmatullahi. Rahmatun means what? Mercy. Right? Abundant mercy. Rahmatullahi. Mercy of Allah. Wa rahmatihi wasi'at. Yani kulla shay. You see, wa rahmatihi wasi'at kulla shay. This is a very beautiful word. It's a very beautiful word. Mercy. Rahmah is beyond mercy. From my perspective, it doesn't have a literal translation. There's no word that can describe what Rahmah means in the sight of Allah. No. Allah is beyond, like, a kind of mercy Allah has on the slaves. This word, let me talk something small about it. This word is coming from Rahm. Initially, it is coming from Rahm. Ram, Ra, Ha, and the Mim. Rahmun. It means the womb. I don't know whether in your schools, you have been studying science. You hear something they call womb. That's where the child is developed, right? The womb of the mother, where a baby develop. So you can imagine that kind of relationship between a mother and the child. Even sometimes you see a mother holding the child is defecating on the mother, urinating on the mother. the mother still loves him. There is abundant, they are connected by the rahm, the womb. So definitely that kind of mercy is there. So this rahmah to Allah is an example of that is just like an iota. The example that we have in human being, the mercy between a child and his mother. A child and his mother is just like a drop of water from an ocean when it compared to the rahmah of Allah and the slaves. So that rahm we have in human beings, the womb and the relationship of the mother and it's just an iota, something small compared in comparison to what Allah has between the Allah and the slaves. If you want to see that, observe. You can see disbelievers who are seriously against Allah. They are fighting Islam. They are fighting the messenger, Allah and his messenger, fighting the deen of Allah. But Allah still provides them. Allah still provides them. You see, for example, in the battle of Badr, the battle of Badr, the disbelievers are coming out to go and fight who? Islam. The messenger, alayhi salatu wassalam, Allah and his messenger and Allah's deen, the religion of Allah, to kill believers. But what? Allah still feeds them. You know, in that battle, they were led by who? Abu Jahl, right? But at least they ate. They might have eaten, breakfast before going out. When they didn't walk, most of them rode. They rode horses and other animals. Who provided them? Allah. And Allah still gave them food, clothed them, made them to go there safely. They still breathe. And they are going to fight Allah. But Allah doesn't cut it. Allah still leave it intact. So that's what called Rahm. It is beyond imagination. It's beyond imagination. The kind of love Allah has for, not love, the mercy Allah has on the slaves. So that's why Allah says, wa rahmati wasi'at kulla shay. Wasi'at kulla shay. His mercy encompasses everything. Ghafurur Rahim. You see the Rahim there. Always merciful. Always. So that we will pray that Allah should encompass us in his mercy. Right? Yes. So let's go. Baytullahi, house of Allah. This is the Kaaba, right? Kaaba, Baytullahi, house of Allah. Mudaf wa mudaf ilayh. Okay. So now let's read from the book. Ad-Darsul Khamis, lesson number 5, right? So this is a dialogue, right? Between Sa'idun and Yasirun. So two students here are having a dialogue, right? Conversation. So this one says, Akitabu Muhammadin. So you see Mudaf wa Mudaf ilay, right? Mudaf wa Mudaf ilay. Akitabu Muhammadin. Sorry, I'm coming. Oh, you can see. So you see, Kitabu Muhammadin. Muhammad's book. Akitabu. So this Hamzatul Istifham. So you can see question mark at the end. Alamatul Istifham. It's because of this Hamzatul Istifham. The last time I said this Hamzatul Istifham is always attached to sentence to turn it to an interrogative sentence. For example, you say, I am going to school. You say, are you going to school? So there are in front of the sentence. Are you going to school? It's attached to we are going to school to turn it to what? Interrogative sentence. The same way that's what this thing does. This Hamzatul Istifham is always attached to a sentence to turn it to interrogative sentence. So for example, Alaysa Allahu bi ahkamil hakimin. Alaysa Allahu, you see the Hamzatul Istifham. It comes a lot in the Quran also. So that is an interrogative particle. So a Kitabu Muhammadin is Muhammad's book. Kitabu Muhammadin. So you see it. Muhammad's book. Haza. Is Muhammad's book this, or is this Muhammad's book? Simple sentence. Ya Yasir. So he's asking Yasir. Ya Yasir. This is called harful munadi. it is used to call out. For example, you say, Ya Talibun, oh student. You say, Ya Allah, oh Allah. It's used to call out when you are calling out onto something. You use it. Inshallah, we'll look at it even more as we go through the lessons. In subsequent lessons, it will come and they will see it. Okay. So, Haza, Ya Yasir, so, oh Yasir. So, Yasir answers by saying, La, no. Haza Kitabu Hamidin. So, you see, Mudaf or Mudaf Ilay again. Right? Kitabu Hamidin. So, you see, Hamis book, right? Hamis book of Hamid. So Sa'id asks again, Aina Kitabu Muhammadin? Aina, where is Kitabu Muhammadin? Muhammad's book. Where is Muhammad's book? Right? Interrogative question. So he answers by saying, Huwa tahta al-maktabi. Huwa tahta al-maktabi. Tahta is a new word. Tahta means under. We have not seen it, but it means under. We'll learn it in the next lesson. It is called Zorf Makan. Zorf Makan, adverb of place. Under. We have it in English like under, in front of, at the back of. All these are adverb of place. So huwa tahta, it is under. It's an adverb that indicates place, location of a particular thing. So under, huwa tahta al-maktabi, it is under the maktab. Al-maktab is what? The table. Hunaka. Hunaka means here. Sorry, there. Hunaka. Huwa tahta al-maktabi. Hunaka. Hunaka means there. Hunaka means there. Huna means here. Without the ka. Huna means here. Hunaka means there. You see. So huna. I hope you have been hearing that. Huna. Here. So they say ta'ala huna. Come here. So huna means here. But when the ka is add, hunaka, it means there. You are talking about a place that is not far, that is not close to you. There. So there, you see it here. This one. So huwa tahta, it is under. I say tahta means under. Huwa, pronoun, which means it is. Huwa tahtal maktab, it is under the maktab here. So Sa'idun, I say we'll look at it. Don't worry, we'll look at it in the next lesson. We'll talk much about it, inshallah. But just know that means under. Tahta means under. So Sa'idun, Aina daftaru Ammarin. Where is Ammar's? Ammar is the name of someone. Where is Ammar's daftar? Notebook. Daftarun, notebook. So Aina daftaru Ammarin. Mudaf or mudaf ilayh. Okay. Yasirun, huwa ala maktabil mudarrisi. Huwa ala, it is on. Ala, on. So this is a harf al-jar, right? Maktabi, so instead of maktabu mudarrisin. So you see this harf al-jar, it has make it to have kesra. Here, this is the mudaf ilay, but here it's having kesra. The same way, Kitabu Hamid, you see Dhamma. The same way here, Dhamma. But here, kesra, this is the mudaf, but it is having kesra. Why? Because of this harf al-jar has tended to have kesra. So huwa ala maktabil mudarrisi, the teacher's book. The teacher's table. It is on the teacher's table. Huwa ala maktabil mudarrisi, it is on the teacher's table. Okay. So observe here. We have here Sa'idun. So Sa'id says, Kalamu man haza ya Aliyu. Kalamu man, you can remember man who. So whose pen? Kalamu man, whose pen? That's how it's said in Arabic. Kalamu man, whose pen haza is this? Ya Aliyu. Ya Aliyu, oh Ali. So he's asking a question. Kalamu man haza ya Aliyu. Whose pen is this? Ali answers, Haza kalamul mudarrisi. This is the teacher's pen. Haza kalamul mudarrisi. This is the teacher's pen. So Sa'id says again, Aina hakibatul mudarrisi. Aina hakibatul mudarrisi. Hakibatul means back. A back. The back. So Aina, where? Hakibatul mudarrisi. Mudaf ilay. Mudaf ilay. Where is the teacher's back? Okay. So Ali answers, Huwa tahta al-maktabi. You can see it here. Let me bring it out clearly so that you see. Okay, you can see there's a bag under the table here. So here, so you see here, not huwa, not huwa, as you can see here, not huwa, but here. Why? Hakibatu ta at-ta'nis, ta marbuta. You can see the ta marbuta. It indicates femininity. The noun is a feminine noun. The ta marbuta there. So we use a feminine pronoun. So we have huwa, he, here, she. And as I said, huwa could also be used not for only for human beings, but for objects that are masculine. Here could also be used for objects that are feminine. So that's why he said, here, tahta al-maktabi. It is under the table. The same way, huwa, alal, it is. But it is. But this one is masculine and this is feminine. So that's why different pronouns are used. I hope that is clear. Okay. So we have here tamarin, right? Exercise. So we have exercises to do to test our understanding. Of course, أجب عن الأسئلة الآتية. So you have to answer the following questions. أين كتاب محمد? So this is concerning the dialogue. This is concerning the dialogue. The dialogue we just read, right? We just read a particular dialogue. So they want us to answer the question that are related to it. So, Aina Kitabu Muhammadin. Aina Kitabu Muhammadin. So this is in relation to this one. You see this dialogue. So you have to answer Aina Kitabu Muhammadin. So I hope you can still see it. Let me bring it down. So you see here. Aina Kitabu Muhammad. So they asked this question before. So huwa tahta al-maktabi hunaka. It is under the table there. So here, the same way, Aina Kitabu Muhammad. So you answer huwa ala al-maktabi hunaka. It is under the table there. Right? So here, Aina Kitabu Ammarin. Where is Ammar's book? Right? So the same way you have to read it from there. Right? So you see what? Huwa ala maktabil mudarrisi. That was what we saw. You can check back and then you see it. So aina hakibatul mudarrisi. Aina hakibatul mudarrisi. We read that here tahtal maktabi. It is under the table, right? So we have here. Let's continue. Here. Okay. So here, rewrite the two words in each of the following sentences. So that the second word is in the possessive form. So they are giving you two words. This is the first one, the second one. They want you to use it to form mudaf or mudaf ilayh. For example, let me give you an example. Kalamun Hamidun, pen, Hamid. Now, how do you say Hamid's pen or pen of Hamid? They want you to form the possessor or the possessor relationship between them. How do you do it? Like English, you have Hamid, pen. How do you say the pen of Hamid or Hamid's pen? You add apostrophe s to the possessor, right? So it now be Hamid's pen, right? So the same way how do you do it? So you say Kalamu Hamidin. Here you have to put kesra. You have to change this. If you want to show that it is the possessor, you have to change it to kesra. So if there is two vowels, two dhamma, you now change it to two kesra. Here we said it will never take tanween. Remove the tanween and leave one vowel. So kalamu, one dhamma. On the mim, Hamidun, we change it to Hamidin. So kalamu Hamidin, the same way. So this is an example. Kitabun Muhammadun. We now want to say Muhammad's book. So Kitabu Muhammadin. You remove one dhamma. We said this will never take the mudaf, the possessed, the thing that is possessed, will never take tanween. It is we know that we know the possessor, so there's no need to bring the indefinite article. So Kitabu Muhammadin. This will always have kesra. It will always be majrur. Why? To show that it is the possessor. So Kitabu Muhammadin here. Kala Muhammadin. Baytu Abbasin. Abbas house. Ghurfatu Aliyun. Sorry, Ghurfati Aliyin. Right? Ghurfatu Aliyin. Ali's room. Daftaru Sa'idin. Sa'id's notebook. Mindilu Yasirin. Mindilu Yasirin. Yasir's handkerchief. Komisu, not komisun. Komisu Ammarin. Ammar's shirt. Right? Sariru, not sarirun. Remove one dhamma. Turn here to case. Sariru Khalidin. Khalid's bed. Okay. So here, Miftahun. We now turn to Miftahu. Miftahul Bayti. Right? Miftahul Bayti. So the house door. Sorry. The house key. You see, sometimes your mind is very fast than your brain is very fast than your mouth. You speak faster than your brain, right? You are seeing something, but you are pronouncing something different. So Miftahul Bayti. Miftahul Bayti, the house key. Miftahun is key. Miftahul Bayti, the house key. So here there is a difference. Let me show you. The difference is here is having, you can see Dhammatain. But here is having one Dhamma because of the Alif Walam. So all here there is Alif Walam, Alif Walam, Alif Walam. But here there is no Alif Walam. There is no Alif Walam. Rather there is Dhammatain, 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 Tanwin, Tanwin. So that's the difference. That was what I was trying to explain. I said this one could have Alif Walam, or it may not have Alif Walam, but instead Tanwin. The mudaf ilay, the possessor. So that was what I was saying. So that's why they brought it. Okay. So I've explained this before. That was why I used a teacher's book, and then the teacher's book, you can remember I used the example. Yes, in the page that came before. So have here Dukyanul Tajiri. So that's how it will be. Dukyanul Tajiri. Change this one to Kesra. So it is one vowel. Change it to Kesra and remove one Dhamma. Dukyanul Tajiri. The shadda indicates that this lam is which lam? Lam Shamsiyah. Lam Shamsiyah. So the lam will be silent. As I told you before, Lam Shamsiyah is indicated by shadda. Most of the time, the shadda will be there. So the lam, you skip the lam and then you come directly to where the shadda is. So Dukyan, you not say Dukyanul, you skip it. The lam, the lam. So Dukyanut Tajir. The noon, you just take the noon and continue the pronunciation from the ta. So Dukyanut Tajiri. You skip the lam. Why? It is lam Shamsiyah. We explained this before. So here, Baytul Muhandisi. Ismul Waladi. So you see, Ismul Waladi. This one you have been seeing it a lot. When they are doing naming ceremony, you write Ismul Waladi, child's name. Child's name. Kitabullahi, Allah's book. That's the Quran, right? Bintu Tabibi. Bintu Tabibi, the doctor's daughter. Tabibun is the doctor. Bintu is the daughter. Daughter, opposite of son. We have son and daughter. So this is the daughter, Bintu. So the doctor's daughter. Miftahus Sayyarati. Miftahus Sayyarati. The car's car. The car's key. Sorry. The car's key. The car's key. Car's key. Right. So here we have, okay, another exercise. We have a lot of exercise to improve our understanding. We have been doing this one a lot. This particular one, they want you to put vowels, just like we have been doing, to show whether you understand the grammatical connections that we are just studying. So this, they show that, they indicate that there is a mudaf or mudaf in a idafa relationship between them. Now, how do you put the vowels? So babu, we always say this one, the mudaf, the possessed, the mudaf will never take tanwin. So, and there's nothing here. There's no harf al jar where you say it will be kesra. So it's in the normal form. is in the first one. So Kesra. So Babu, of course. Al-Madrasa T. Kesra. Why? It is the possessor, the owner. So it will be indicated by Kesra. Just like we have apostrophe S in English. So here, Himarul Rajuli. Himarul Rajuli. So Dhamma, Kesra. Baytu Hamidin. Baytu Dhamma. Hamidin, Kesratain. Sayyaratu, Dhamma. Al-Mudiri, 1 Kesra. Mindilu Ammarin. Mindilu, Dhamma. Ammarin, 2 Kesra. Ismu, 1 Dhamma. Ismu Talibi, 1 Kesra. Why? Because of the alif wa lam. Baytu, Baytullahi, Kesra. Dhamma here. Fi. So here, instead of saying Kitabullahi, you see here there is fi there. Harf al-jar. So to make this one to have Kesra, so you can see Kesra there. Fi Kitabillahi. Okay. Min Baytu. Sorry. Min. So you see, you will not say Baytu. It is initial Baytu, but harf al-jar. So min Bayti al-Mudarrisi ala maktabi al-Mudiri. Okay. So I hope that is clear, right? Everything is clear so far. So we have Ikra, read. So this one is read. Aina baytul mudarrisi. Aina baytul mudarrisi. Huwa ba'idun. Where is the mudarris, the teacher's house? So this mudaf ilay. Huwa ba'idun. It is far. We all know far. Ba'idun. Far. Al-Qur'anu kitabullahi. Qur'an. Al-Qur'anu. Al-Quran, we all know what Quran means. Kitabullahi is the book of Allah. So it's a book of Allah. Mudaf ilay. Oh, Allah's book. Quran is Allah's book. Okay. Al-Ka'batu Baytullahi. Al-Ka'batu, the Kaaba is Baytullahi, Allah's house, or house of Allah. Muhammadun sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Rasulullahi. So you can see Rasulullahi, Allah's messenger. So these are just examples of mudaf ilay. We have been seeing day in, day out. Kharaja al-mudarrisu min ghurfati al-mudiri. Kharaja, you can remember kharaja means he left or he went out. Kharaja al-mudarrisu, the teacher left. Min, from. Ghurfati al-mudiri, the mudir's room, the principal's room. Mudiru is principal. So this mudaf or mudaf ilay, that's why this one is having kesra. And this one is also having kesra, but because of this half-jar, min ghurfatil mudiri. So the mudir's room. Haza baytu Hamidin. This is Hamid's room. Wazalika, and that. I think we'll look at Zalika. We have not looked at it yet, but Zalika means that. Or we looked at it. Yes. Wazalika, and that. Baytu Khalidin is Khalid's room. Okay. Ibnu Ammarin. Ibnu is new word. We have, it means child. Ibnu. Child. Son. Right? Son. So for example, Allah says in the Quran, وَقَالَتِ الْيَهُودُ زَيْرٌ ابْنُ اللَّهِ. Zair is the son of Allah. Subhanallah. That's what they said. وَقَالَتِ النَّصَارَى مَسِيحُ ابْنُ اللَّهِ. Allah says, this one is in Surah Al-Tawbah. As Allah says, وَقَالَتِ النَّصَارَى مَسِيحُ ابْنُ اللَّهِ. We all know what the Christians are saying. Masih, that's Isa alayhi salatu wasalam, is the son. So you see, Masihu Ibnullahi is the son of Allah. So that's also mudaf or mudaf ilay there. So Ibnu means son. So Ibnu Ammarin, Talibun. So Ammar's son is Talibun, a student. Wabnu Yasirin, and Yasir's son, Tajirun, is a trader. So bintul mudarrisi, the teacher's daughter. Sorry, this is not bintu. I read it wrong. This is baytu. Baytul Mudarrisi. Baytul Mudarrisi, the teacher's house. Ba'idun is far. Yes, it's far. So there is a particular teacher whose house is far. That's what he's talking about. Baytul Mudarrisi, the teacher's house. Ba'idun is far. Wa Baytul Tajiri, and then the merchant house. Qaribun is close. It's close. Qaribun means close. Ba'idun means far. So opposite. I've told you before. Innahum yarawnahu ba'ida wa narahu qariba. Like Allah says, they see it to be far away. Allah is talking on Judgment Day. And we see it to be close. Allah sees it to be close. So haza, like here, haza miftahu sayyarati. This is the car's key. Haza miftahu sayyarati. This is the car's key. Aina miftahul bayti. Where is the house key? Okay. Man anta. Who are you? Man anta means what? Who are you? Right? Who are you? Okay. Man anta. Who are you? So it's asked here. Man anta ya waladu. Who are you, O child? Who are you? Ana ibnu Abbasin. So I am Abbas' son. Abbas is the name of someone. Abbas' son. Wabnu man huwa. Wabnu man. And this is a conjunction, harf al-atf. You can remember, I've been saying it. And wabnu man, whose, you know, man means who. And whose son, wabnu man. Ibnu man means whose son. So you can see kitabu man, whose book. So ibnu man, whose son. Huwa is he. Huwa ibnu Khalidin. He is Khalid's son. Aina masjidu Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Aina means where. Masjidu, the mosque. Rasulullah. Where is the mosque of Rasulullah, the messenger of Allah's masjid? So Aina masjidu Rasulullah. So this mudaf ilay. Mudaf ilay. Mudaf ilay. And this also mudaf to this one. We'll look at that concept, inshallah, where there is three nouns. The first noun is mudaf. Considering these two, this is mudaf to this one. And this also mudaf to this one. So you see, we'll look at that concept. We'll let it confuse you. If it is not clear, don't be. We'll look at it in the next lesson, inshallah. Huwa fil Madinatil Munawwarati. It is in Madinatil Munawwarati. Enlightened city. It is in the enlightened city. This is just Madinah. Madinah that they call Madinatul Munawwarati. Why? This, it's from the Sirah. If you can remember, before the Prophet went there, it's what initially called Yathrib. Yathrib. Before the Prophet went to Medina, as we know, the Prophet was initially from Mecca, right? And then later on, he made the hijrah to Medina. So before he went to Medina, he made hijrah to Medina. It was called Yathrib. So that's why in the Quran, it even comes in the Quran, in Surah Al-Ahzab, and it comes only once. Yathrib. It comes only once in the Quran, in Surah Al-Ahzab. So it was called Yathrib before that. Now, after the Prophet went there, it was now called Madinatul Munawwarati. Munawwaratun means enlightened city. Enlightened city. So you have a room that is dark. Example, a room that is dark. And gradual, there's a light that is lighten up. Small. Then the room become brightened. So say it is an enlightened room. Illuminated room. There is a particular source of light that has brightened it up. So that's what they are trying to say. Medina means a city. Munawwaratu means enlightened city. So this mudaf, enlightened city. You see, enlightened city. So Medina is called enlightened city because of the Prophet. When the Prophet went there, before the Prophet went there, it was not like as you see today. Today, if you go there, you say, MashaAllah. MashaAllah. We like it. The grave of the Prophet is there. And Islam is there. Islam is there. You like it. Quran is there. You see Quran a lot. The Quran has impacted the city. The life of the Prophet has impacted the city. So it has enlightened it. That was not how it was initially. But because of this blessed messenger, from Allah, and as well as the revelation of Allah has made an impact on the city. It has illuminated the city from darkness to light. So that's why it is called Madinatul Munawwara. Before that, it was called Yathrib. Okay, so let's continue. Okay, so we have here, this is just a continuation. Baytu Hamidin fil Madina, fil Madrasati. Baytu Hamidin, Hamid's house, fil Madrasati, is in the school, right? It's in the school. Wa bintu Muhammadin, and Muhammad's daughter. Muhammad's daughter. Fil Jami'ati is in the university. Fil Jami'ati is in the university. As I told you, madrasa is generally school, but most of the time it's not up to university level. We have madrasatul ibtidaiya, that's primary. We have madrasatul mutawassita, that is JSS, junior high school. Then we have madrasatul sanawiya, that's the senior high school. So these are the three madrasa: madrasatul ibtidaiya, madrasatul mutawassita, JSS, madrasatul sanawiya, senior high school. Then we have Jamia. So Jamia is the continuation from that place. Jamia is the university. So this is either JS primary school, junior high school, senior high school. Then this is talking about university. But this is generally, it could mean generally just a school, any school, madrasatun, a school. Okay. So fil Jamia, but this specifically means university, Jamia, university. So this could be talking about JSS, primary school, junior high school, senior high school. So but here, Ismul Mudarrisi, the teacher's name, Sa'idun, is Sa'id. Wasmul Muhandisi, Khalidun. And then the engineer's name, Muhandisin. You can remember Al-Muhandisun is the Al-Muhandisu, a engineer. Muhandisun, a engineer. So Wasmul Muhandisi, the engineer's name, Khalidun, is Khalidun. Ammu at-Talibi Ghaniyun. Ammu at-Talibi. Talib means student. Ammun means paternal uncle. We have uncle. Uncle, you know, all know uncle. Uncle. Your father's junior brother will be your uncle, right? So in Arabic we call it Ammun. But you know we can have paternal uncle and maternal uncle. This is talking specifically, it's uncle, but paternal from your father's side, paternal uncle. Ammun. So Ammuh, Tolibi, the student uncle, the student's uncle, or uncle of the student. Ghaniyun, we all know Ghaniyun. Ghaniyun means rich, is rich. So Babul Masjidi, the door of the mosque, Maftuhun, is open. Wa Babul Madrasati, and the school's door, the madrasa's door, the door of the school, Muglakun, is closed. Muglakun is the opposite of Maftuhun. Maftuhun means closed. Muglakun means, Maftuhun means open. Muglakun means closed. So Khalu Hamidin, Hamid's uncle. This is also uncle. So you see what I was saying. Amun means uncle. This uncle. Khalun also means uncle. So we have two things. This and then this. The both means uncle, but this is paternal uncle. Amun, paternal uncle. Khalun, maternal uncle. So Khalu Hamidin, Hamid's uncle, Hamid's maternal uncle. Fakirun is poor. Fakirun means poor. Is the opposite of Ghaniyun. Ghaniyun means rich. Fakirun means poor. So, Wallahu Ghaniyun wa antumul fuqara. Allah is rich and you are poor. So, we have here Sayyaratu Abbasin. Abbas car. Abbas car. Fishari. This is means street or road. Fishari. So Abbas car is in the street or is in the road. Okay. So we have here Ibn Man Anta, whose son is you. Ibn Man, whose son Anta is you. So he's asking someone whose son is you. I mean, who's your father? That's simply what it, literally, that's what it means. Ana ibnul mudarrisi. I am the son of the teacher. Aina al-kalbu. Where is the dog? Huwa tahta sayyarati. So you can see there is a dog under the car here. So they are searching for it. So you see, Aina al-kalbu. Where is the dog? This dog, they are searching for it. So someone says, Huwa. So this is not Hawa. This is a mistake, a typing mistake. It's a typing mistake. The ha is supposed to take Dhamma. So huwa, we all know what huwa means, a pronoun. So huwa tahta as-sayyarati. It is under. Tahta, I mean, I said tahta means under. It is under as-sayyarati, the car. So you can see it here. It is under the car. So this is where we'll stop. And we'll look at a few samples from the Quran and then we end the lesson here. So the next lesson, observe very well. The next lesson will continue from this assignment, the fifth assignment, right? I just want you to show you something from the Quran, from what we have learned, so that in the next lesson we'll continue from here. So observe. So you can see sample from the Quran. This sample from the Quran. Almost every day we have been reading. This is from Surah An-Nas, right? Yes. So we have here Qul a'udhu birabbin nas, malikin nas, ilahin nas, min sharri waswasil khannas, right? So I don't know whether you can see Mudaf Ilai in the first verse. Qul a'udhu birabbin nas. Just read the English translation and see here. No, don't read the English translation. Just try to see whether you can get it from yourself. I want you to see. Yes. Why? Here. An-nasi. It should be an-nasu initial. So if there is kasra, I told you the last time, there is a reason for it. So if you trace it back, birabbin nasi. You see, master of all people, and nasu, all people. Nasu is the plural of insan. Insan means a person. I mean, so an-nasu is the plural. So people, all people. But the singular is insan, a human being. So you can see here, kula a'udhu birabbi. This is a harf al-jar, but we have not learned it. So please don't be confused. I'm just saying it, but we'll still learn it. We'll still learn it. The B is a harf al-jar. That's why Rab. We have been seeing Rabbu. So this is the mudaf or mudaf ilay. Here, from here, you can see Rabbun Nasi. Rabbun Nasi. Rabbun Nasi is supposed to be Rabbun Nasi initially, but this is a harf al-jar. The B, you can see the B just by. That is causing the bow here to have the kesra. This is a harf al-jar. The B here. So B, Rabbin Nasi is initial Rabbun Nasi, Lord of the people. You see, master of the people. Aha. So this mudaf wa mudaf ilay. So you can see here another one. Malikin Nasi. So you see Malikin Nasi, king. Malikun means king. King of An-Nasu, all people. Ilahin Nasi. Ilahin Nasi. Ilah, the God of all, the deity of all people. An-Nasi, of all people. Or people's God. People's king. You see, people's master. So you see, mudaf. So this is the mudaf. Rabbun, Rabb here is the mudaf. Here it is also mudaf. Here this one is also mudaf. Ilah is the mudaf. Malik is the mudaf. Rabb is the mudaf. And in both cases, Nasi is the mudaf ilay. Nasi is the mudaf ilay. Nasi is the mudaf ilay. So when we are trying to call unto Allah, so see here too, min sharri waswasil khannas. Al waswas. This means whispers. So I hope you can see was. So this is whispers. You are sitting down and someone come to your and speaking to your ear. That's what we call whispers, right? We know what we call whispers. Waswasa. Okay. So Sharun is initially Sharun. Sharun means evil. Let's do something small for you to get something here. Sharun means evil. Evil. Sharun, evil. So we have Sharun and then Khairun. That's the opposite. Khairun, good. Sharun, evil. We have been hearing that. Okay, so Sharun is evil. Sharul waswasi. Evil whispers or whispers of evil. Sorry, evil of whispers. Evil of whispers. When Shaitan whispers into your ear, he's telling you to do something that is bad. It could have evil consequences. So this is the mudaf. You see, and this is the mudaf ilay. Evil whispers. You see, evil whispers. So that's why I say sharril waswas. So this is also mudaf or mudaf ilay. Okay. So I hope that is clear. As we go further, we will learn a lot of vocabularies and then you understand the meaning of several words. So here, don't let it bother you if you don't understand the meaning of the words. Okay. So these are a few examples. So when we are calling unto Allah to protect us from the whispers of Shaitan, we call to Rabbin Nas, Malikin Nas, Ilahin Nas. We call Allah's name how many times? 3 times. Just for one thing. Min sharril waswasil khannas, from the evil whispers of Shaitan. But we call Allah 3 times for one thing. Why? This is against our iman. What Satan whispers to our ears is against our iman. And then the iman is one of the most important thing of a believer. That is the most important thing we have to protect as a believer. So when we call unto Allah, that's what we call Allah 3 times. Rabbin Nas. One could have just been enough. Rabbin Nas. Rabbin Nas, Malikin Nas, Ilahin Nas. But if you know something, Shaitan, Firaun claimed to have these 3 qualities. Rabbin Nas, that's a sifa of Allah. Malikin Nas is a sifa of Allah. Ilahin Nas is a sifa of Allah. But this shows how arrogant Firaun was. He claimed to be all these 3. You see, he says, like in Surah Al-Nazi'at, فَقَالَ أَنَا رَبُّكُمُ الْأَعْلَى. أَنَا رَبُّكُمُ الْأَعْلَى. You see, this is Surah Al-Nazi'at. He says that. أَنَا رَبُّكُ. He claimed to be Lord. Master of all the people. So in this one, Malikin Nas, he also claimed that أَلَيْسَ لِي مُلْكُ مِصْرَ وَهَذِهِ الْأَنْهَارُ تَجْرِي مِنْ تَحْتِي. Surah Al-Zukhruf, you see it. أَلَيْسَ لِي مُلْكُ, from this one. Found claiming that Ilah. So let's look at this one, whether he claim again. He claimed in Surah Zumar, I think, yes, Zumar. Surah Zumar. You know, Ma alimtu lakum min ilahin. He said that, Ma alimtu lakum min, I don't know any deity for you except myself. Ma alimtu lakum min ilahin khairi, except me. So you see how arrogant Firaun was. He claimed to be Rabb, he claimed to be Malik, he claimed to be Ilah. May Allah protect us from arrogance. Okay, so let's end this lesson here and then we'll continue in the next lesson from, as I said, this place, of course, this 5th exercise. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.